Hello and welcome to the WPTV studio. So, if you come inside, here the first thing we do is naturally turn on the light. We have a pretty standard light switch here. The black one is the light for the studio. The white one turns on the recording light, which is right outside. If we can take a look at that. Right now it's turned off and we flip the switch up and it's turned on. So that we turn on once we're ready to go live. So if we come back inside, we have the studio here. The first station here is the teleprompter computer. So we have a computer here that controls the teleprompter, and everything is labeled so you know what the device is, what the station is. Teleprompter computer, lighting console. So let's go ahead and turn on the computer. While we wait for it to turn on, we can also turn on the lighting console. Here we have the power button on the top left-hand side. We just flip that on, and the lights in the studio turn on. And of course, here in the lighting console, we can control each individual light with the with each level, each channel. Right, and here as well we have a projector which is turned on right now. This helps us monitor and see what is showing. So, as you can see, this is our main camera. This is the camera that we use for the live segments. And here we have the teleprompter screen, which shows the text, and then that text is reflected by this reflector screen. And that is how our presenters can read the teleprompter. So we turn that on, this little on and off switch here. And the camera we turn on as well. At the back here is a on and off switch here on the right hand side, and just you want to make sure before turning it on that it has fresh battery. The way to you take it out like that, you press the battery release and bring it up and take it out, and then to put the battery in, you just insert it and bring it down, make sure it clicks. So that's how you put on the battery, and then we can switch on the power button. The camera turns on and you can see what the camera is showing, and you want to make sure that we have it centered. You can zoom in, zoom out, and just center your frame. Okay, so once we have that turned on, we have the teleprompter screen turned on as well. Oh, and with the teleprompter screen, you want to make sure that everything is connected properly, just because sometimes some of the cables get disconnected if they're moved. So if it's not turning on, just make sure everything's connected properly. So here we have the sound console. This controls, of course, all of the microphones with the individual channels. You can mute and unmute these. When we do a sound check, you want to unmute them. And here in the video console is the master volume. So all of the audio goes through here, and this red master volume controls all the audio. So if that's turned down, nothing is heard. So you want to turn that up to do a sound check. Also, here we have the monitor, which shows what is showing on the screen. So on the projector and the TVs outside, right now we have the Woodlands Prep logo. And this other screen, the left-hand screen, is showing what the camera is filming. So we use the mixer to switch the screens, and just to check that the visuals are coming from the camera. And then you do a sound check. You do a sound check and you go to the TVs. You want to make sure that the visuals are coming through to the TVs, and that each TV is set to an appropriate volume, and that sound is coming through. So once you have that checked and everything is running properly, then you can make your way again to the teleprompter computer, where we will set up the script. So now on the teleprompter computer, we can go ahead and set up the script that's going to be shown on the teleprompter. So I have Google Docs open with the current script. I select all, copy, and then paste. On this screen, this is like a regular text editor. You can actually write in this window and edit. So I just pasted the text in here. Once it's okay, then we will press the green button, which takes us to the controlling screen. There we go. And sometimes it's a little slow, so just give it a minute. Now here, you can't edit the text. This is just to control the size, the speed, so how the text is going to show on the teleprompter. So you usually want to set the speed to make sure that it's at a speed where the presenters can read it. You want to set the size to something that they can read. And once it's set, then you control it with the spacebar, stop and start. And now that we have it set, we just want to check that it's coming through properly in the teleprompter screen on the camera. So we just make our way, and as you can see, the text is coming through. So the teleprompter person controls the speed and with starts and stops that is shown here in the presenter's view. Now, apart from the main camera, we also have two secondary cameras on either side. These can be used to record as just a secondary recording and to give students some experience with cameras. So here it's the same thing as the main camera. You want to add in a new battery and you also want to add in a memory card. Here on the left hand side is a slot where you can insert a memory card. So once you have memory card and battery, you can turn it on the same way and press the record button, and that'll record. Now if we want to record the actual news segment from the main camera, we don't do it the same way. We actually record through the control room. And here in the control room we have the Smart Video Hub 12x12, which is a recording console. That's what you can use to record the segment. So we have a hard drive. It'll turn on green when it's set to go. And you have your universal recording button that you can just press. And when it's turned on red, there's a little red light going around that tells you that it's recording. And then just to stop it, you can press the stop button. So that's how you record the segment. And now we'll go and talk about preparation. Here behind the set we have the microphones. We have 3 clip-on microphones that connect to this hub, and then 1 overhead microphone which connects to the same hub. So those are the 4 microphones that we use. The presenters wear the clip-ons, and then this captures the overall sound. And those are also the 4 channels that are muted and unmuted in the sound console. So now everything is set and ready to go. Then the students arrive, of course, and we can assign them roles. 3 presenters, sometimes 4. We have someone controlling the teleprompter computer. We can have students behind the cameras recording, and also someone controlling the audio, controlling the video console, and also recording in the control room. So we assign them roles, and then you're ready to do a rehearsal. You rehearse the script as if they were to do it on the live segment. You go through the script, you talk about it, you go through any difficult words, and so once everyone is prepared, they have their ties, their jackets on, then it's time to go live. And now if you need any reference or information about any of this procedure, then you can refer to the WPTV manual, which is located in the IT department. So we have that as a reference for you, and that pretty much wraps it up for the WPTV studio.